Welcome to Tonight with Bruce Martin. Yes, we got a great show tonight. Believe it or not, it's the first show, the premiere of Tonight. And man, I'm excited. I'm really excited. We got a great performance by Pussycherry performing the hit song Flesh or Fantasy, and which was made famous by Billy Idol. And on top of that, we have a Die-Hard review, a little Die-Hard review for this episode, and we got my my debut of my top 5 list. It's gonna be pretty cool. It's like a tribute to David Letterman, so that's gonna be pretty cool. Look forward to that. I'm very excited. Whoever's tuning in, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're tuning in on Facebook, share it if you can. I would appreciate that. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna be here on a weekly basis every Monday night. Today's September 14th, so it's going to be pretty cool. Every Monday night, right here, right now. Let's do it. Of course, we're going to be talking a little bit about everything, little itsy-bitsy stuff about everything. But, politics, not so much, but we are going to talk about politics if the story comes up and it's meant to talk about. Now, for example, have you guys seen Joe Biden's recent slogan? The new slogan for Joe Biden, believe it or not, it's Fresh Start. Yes, fresh start. Now, to me, that guy, somebody needs to make that guy a fresh cup of coffee first. I mean, if you ask me, that guy's sleepy as hell. So, give him a little fresh cup of coffee, and I guarantee you that's going to give him the fresh start he needs. Oh, yeah. Believe it or not. And let's talk about sports for a second. Real quick, have you guys seen the Mets game the other day, Friday, September 11th? Holy shit, man. 18-1. The Mets, 18-1. Believe it or not, that was pretty impressive. So give it up for those Mets. Give it up for those Mets. Congratulations on that. Man, those Mets are going places. Speaking of the Mets, you won't believe this, but J-Lo and A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez, formerly New York Yankee, have decided they want to purchase the New York Mets. They want to be the new owners of the Mets. Why? Why? Anyways, you know what? This is in favor of the Mets. Check it out. If A-Rod does go through with this and he becomes the new owner of the Mets, I see actual, championship stuff coming in the future, I see World Series wins, you name it. I see all that stuff, Pretty much all that stuff. If you know A-Rod's history, you know their championships in the future for the New York Mets. Yes, that was an inside joke. Only people that know about A-Rod's history know about that joke. Anyways, if it didn't go over you or went under you, if it went right through you, I don't care. It's still funny. Okay? Anyways, but like I said, we're going to have a lot of fun here. Like I said, I'm going to talk about whatever I want to talk about. It's my show. I'm going to have future guests on the show and stuff like that, comedians, actors, and stuff like that. So enjoy the show. Please tune in. Please tell people about it and stuff like that. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have fun. We're going to enjoy the time here. So please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with me. And we're back. And I want to take a moment to remember the people that perished 19 years ago in the September 11th attacks. It was a horrible day indeed. And I got my memories of it by itself, but you're talking about more than 3,000 people died on that day. And of course, 25,000 injured. On top of that, I want to give a thank you to all the EMTs, the firefighters, pretty much law enforcement officers, everybody that was involved in that day, that sacrificed their lives and actually to this day are still suffering from that horrible day. And I want to say thank you for your service, because without you guys, none of us would be able to do what we are able to do today. So but yeah, it was just a horrible day in general. For me, I remember I was in school. I was 14 years old, believe it or not, and I remember my teacher putting it on the TV, putting it on the big screen and stuff like that. I was very young, but I remember very clearly, 14 years old, I remember that, in my head, my sister worked at the World Trade Center, which she didn't. I'll get to that in a second. But I remember right when the first tower got hit, the teacher turned on the TV. wow, we were pretty shocked from that. And then the second tower got hit, and man, I was out of the school like crazy. I ran. I found a bike right there on the side of a fence. I took that bike, and believe it or not, I went and I was ready to go over the bridge and stuff like that because I was in Brooklyn. The Twin Towers were right there in Manhattan, right over the Williamsburg Bridge. And I was ready to go. I saw my mother outside the building. As I'm passing by, she said, "Where you going?" I said, "I'm going to check on Teresa. I know she's in the towers." And she's like, "No, she's not. She's on her lunch break." I ended up talking to my sister a little while after I talked to my mother, and everything was fine. It came to be that she didn't actually work in the Twin Towers. She worked a few blocks away. At the same time, she was on her lunch at the time. But yeah, that's my story. That's my experience from 9/11. Pretty sure a lot of people have their experiences from that day. And it was just a horrible day in general, a horrible day. And, but like I said, my heart goes out to all those affected by it and to all the families that are still dealing with the loss today. Alright, so rest in peace to all those involved. We'll be right back. And we're back, and believe it or not, we still got a performance by Pussycherry, and they'll be performing Flesh or Fantasy for you guys. So look forward to that. Until then, I would like to talk about this. My top 5 list, believe it or not, it's going to be an interesting one. This is the first time I'm debuting this top 5 list, believe it or not. And this week, we're going to be talking about the top 5 things to look forward to at the next presidential debates. Number 5, Trump will be live tweeting throughout the broadcast right there at the podium. Oh yeah. Number 4, Biden will have his eyelids taped open so it looks like he's actually paying attention. No more of this. No, it's gonna be like that. Number 3, Fox News anchor Chris Wallace has been replaced with Maury Povich for the moderator position. Yeah, believe it or not, Maury just called and said that was a lie. Yeah. Number 2, Biden will then announce that he is replacing Kamala Harris as the VP with rapper Cardi B. Oh yeah. That is a true story. Look it up. And number 1, Vice President Mike Pence will finally release his lips from Trump's ass. And that is the 5 things you can look forward to at the next presidential debates. Coming up next, the Die Hard Review. Don't go anywhere. And here we are. We're ready to talk about Die Hard. Believe it or not, Die Hard 1988, one of the biggest, if not the best, action movies to come out of the 80s. And man, starring Bruce Willis as John McClane. And believe it or not, before I get to the movie, I mean, there was a lot of people lined up for this role. A lot of people are ready to take on this role, especially Charles Bronson. But because Charles Bronson was hooked up with another agency, they wouldn't let him out. They wouldn't let him do the film. So of course the role went to Bruce Willis. Even Clint Eastwood was attached to the project originally when it was called Nothing Lasts Forever. That was the original title, believe it or not. And then he backed out, of course, of with changes and stuff like that, with the direction and stuff like that. And another guy who was lined up for the movie was Frank Sinatra. Yes, Frank Sinatra, the famous singer. And he was lined up, but he turned it down because, of course, he was 73 years old. There was no way Frank Sinatra was going to be doing his own stunts at 73 years old. I mean, then again, look at Stallone now. So Sylvester Stallone does his own stunts at 73, so I mean, it's possible, but then again, Frank Sinatra is no Sylvester Stallone, am I right? Yeah, exactly. Anyways, and the movie pretty much has John McClane returning to his wife's business, the Yakatomi Plaza, I think it's called, the Yakatomi. And he's visiting his estranged wife, and one thing leads to another, and these Germans pretty much take over, hijack the whole building, and bam, you got a freaking action from start to finish, unbelievable scenes and stuff like that. And believe it or not, if you look at the scenes with the Germans and Bruce Willis, in real life, Bruce Willis is half German, and these guys that are playing Germans are actually Americans, so it's pretty cool. Pretty cool to find that out. It's a cool fact. And then, so throughout the film is non-stop action from start to finish. It actually leaves you on the edge of your seat, making you want to see this movie. It actually blows my mind every time I see this film. It's just amazing, amazing action, amazing direction from the director and everything like that. And let me tell you something. Check out this scene.
I'm going to count to 3.
Yeah, like you did with Takagi. Oops. No bullets. You think I'm fucking stupid, Hans?
You're saying?
Right there. Do you see what I'm talking about? Look how badass of a film that is. Just that scene by itself was pretty amazing. Maybe my favorite scene is this one where Bruce Willis is, flying off the top of the roof, goes right through the window and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Check it out. Like I said, for those of you who have seen the film, know exactly how good it is, know exactly how amazing of a script this is. And of course it followed with 4 other sequels and stuff like that. You got Die Harder, you got Die Harder with a Vengeance, you got Feel Free or Die Hard. No, was it Feel Free or Die Hard? Feel Hard? Okay, I might have messed that one up. Okay, forgive me, my bad. Okay, I got a mistake. No, that might be the one. I don't know, but anyways. And then you got the 5th one that came out in 2013, and I'm not even gonna get with the name on that one. Anyways, let's move on. But like I said, the movie's pretty badass. I want to show you guys another clip before I continue.
It's over here at Nakatomi Plaza. Everything here's okay. Over. But nobody has no guts to know. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Man, God, everything is a crap! Welcome to the party, pal!
Yeah. There you go. That's Die Hard. Okay, part 1, of course, 1988. And of course you can check it out online. It's available everywhere to stream and all that stuff. So Die Hard 1, 1988, an amazing film. Go check it out for those of you who've seen it and for those of you who have not seen it. And right now, coming up next, believe it or not, we have a performance by Pussycherry. They're coming up next and they're going to be performing the song, the hit song, Flesh or Fantasy. Flesh or Fantasy. Yes, they will be performing. And like I said, I'm going to be having performances on this show every week from here on out. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Really good artists, I'm friends with most of them. But at the same time, these guys, Pussycherry, they were nice enough to let me show their performance on my show. I want to thank you guys for that. And coming up next, Pussycherry. We're back, and here we go. Performance by Pussycherry, and they'll be doing Billy Idol's famous song Flesh or Fantasy. This is their cover. Check it out, take it away.
São fatores 6 call. I'm experienced. Oh yeah. Face to face and back to back. You see and feel my sense of drop. I wanna see it. Fresh for fantasy. We are home.
performance, great performance by Pussycherry. I want to thank them for, being on the show. I really appreciate it. It really helps me out, but at the same time, I hope that, I did it justice by introducing you guys. And, please come back again. I would love to have you guys on the show again. Once again, Pussycherry, Flesh or Fantasy, made famous by Billy Idol. That is their cover. And I'm pretty sure I'm about to wrap it up anyway. So, once again, I appreciate you guys all tuning into this. If you guys like it, subscribe. If you don't like it, subscribe anyway. Okay? And believe it or not, I'll be here every Monday night to do the show. This is the premiere, so eventually the show's going to be a lot longer. I'm going to have more to talk about in the coming weeks and stuff like that. As we get closer to the election, as we get closer to Halloween, I'm going to have a Halloween themed episode. That's going to be fun. I'm going to have Christmas episodes. I'm actually going to have review a lot of the Christmas movies on this show. Believe it or not, I said on my old show that I was going to be bringing back movie night review. That will not be happening as of right now. I'm here to confirm movie night review is done. It was just a 1 season, 10 episodes, and that's it. From now on, I'm going to be reviewing my movies through this show tonight with Bruce Martin. So if you guys do like it, like I said, follow me up, and once again, I appreciate it. And before I go, you guys can follow and check out Pussycherry's information. Their stuff is below in the links below. Their YouTube, their Facebook. Go check them out. I mean, these guys are amazing artists. So yeah, definitely check out Pussycherry. And next week we're gonna have another performance. I will let you guys know on my social media who's gonna perform next week. Okay. Until then, I appreciate you guys tuning in. And once again, thank you guys for all the support over the weeks, over the months. I do appreciate it. Okay? Until then, I'll see you then. Take it easy.